And we're live.
Have you paid attention to Simone Biles? Do I have her name right?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so apparently the best gymnastics chick to have ever lived is at the Olympics right now. And she did a vault or two that were easy for her. And she either struggled with one or like didn't hit the other or something like that. And she says she's not injured, that it's just like pressure and mental illness or something. She pulled out of the Olympics. She said of the team event that she might come back and do some of the individual events later, which sits a little funny for me. Like, yeah, I might go pick up some golds at the shit I like, but I'm not doing this team event anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And seems to be along political lines where all the liberals are like, oh, I'll cut the poor sweetheart a break. And all the conservatives are like, fuck you, you woke bitch. You know, how dare you?
Black?
She is. How dare you like disrespect America by pulling out for mental health issues? You know, toughen up.
Yeah. I just don't care about the Olympics. It gets recommended to me a little bit. Oddly enough, the only two things that have been recommended to me on YouTube are the air rifles and the archery, which is actually the shit that growing up, I was always like, why is the air rifle and the archery never like on TV? That's the shit I would actually want to see. I've never.
It's so boring.
Well, it's the shit I like to see.
But
it's the shit it's the shit I
you
do.
must see intrinsically that is not an action sport. It's about standing as still as possible and moving your finger a tiny bit.
Or like sporting clays. I'm pretty sure they shoot skeet in the Olympics. Like I would like to see that.
They do air rifle in the Olympics. I saw some of that.
He's saying it's not on TV, and I was saying that like in terms of like made for TV, like even curling is a little dramatic as you watch the curl slowly unveil. You know, how are they going to be able to get it to stop in the spot they want it to? Will it hit that thing? Really? No, look, I get that it's lame. I get that the competitors look like dads. Like I'm totally on board with that. But in terms of a sport and the way that the action unfolds as it slowly reveals how on course this thing, whether it's too fast, whether it's too slow, like there's some drama there. Yeah. As you like watch and see how it unfolds and unveils and like how it plays out. It's cool to watch curling. It's just designed to be interesting to see, even though the athletes who do it are not interesting to look at. Gymnastics
sport originated. It's so
gymnastics is crazy. The stuff they do, the athletic feats they pull off, make NBA players look like me. Like the gymnastics stuff is just outrageous.
I only watch for the ass.
I'm just not interested in it. You know.
I get that. I get that.
For the camel toe and for the ass. I saw on Reddit. I guess it was like the might have been the Norwegian like I don't know, some team. Women's team like came up with some new uniforms they were going to wear. And it wasn't the volleyball, it was something else. And they were like, these are less sexualized. And I was like, I could see every inch of that chick's pussy. Like, are you kidding? like they had like formed like I could tell what each chick's labia looked like. I was like, all right, so that's one of those real skinny labias that sticks out a lot. And that's one of those nice, fat, wide ones. And it was
ooh, like, someone's got some butterfly wings. Yeah.
I could go down. I could go down the line and I could determine what kind of labia each woman had from her like leotard she was wearing. And the comments were all like, why don't they always wear these? And then one person was like, I don't know, these are still pretty sexualized. And it's like, well, all right, let's put them in a burqa. How about that? Oh, you wouldn't like that. Oh, they should be.
That would be so fucking funny to see the Saudi team doing that in a burqa, flying around. It might actually add a cool little element.
I think that's what we should do. I think we should put all the women's athletes in burqas, and that way there will be no complaints about over-sexualizing them, and there will also be no one watching. Well, I mean, I'll watch just laughs when some bitch takes her head off on the uneven bars or whatever.
What are we the best at in the Summer Olympics? I know Michael Phelps isn't in the game anymore.
Well, we just won the foil for the first time. I don't think
we're the best at swimming. We lost to the fucking Russians in ladies gymnastics this year. We were supposed to be the best at that. I don't know if our men's gymnastics is any good. Nobody ever cares.
Yeah, we wanted a gold for the first time in the foil, which is like fencing with a specific kind of sword.
Oh, that's cool. We'd never done that before.
Apparently not. Yeah, us. Yeah, our kind.
Who's good at that? I imagine Italy would be good at that.
That team appears to be a handball team. I looked it up. And handball, which I didn't know, looks a lot like basketball, but you shoot it into a big soccer net.
Mhm.
And they just sort of run forward, check each other, and throw the ball in a net.
That's the game where it's like, why even have a goalie? Like,
There is a goalie, yeah.
it's like that. Like, if you're the best handball goalie on earth, your save percentage is 28 or something. Like, it's like you're getting scored on more. It's like being a lacrosse goalie, where you're letting in as many goals as you save, which seems like the most disheartening position in the world. At least in hockey. I mean, with hockey, like, there's higher, expectations. Like, if your save percentage is 90% in hockey, they're like, this guy's a fucking scrub, send him to the minors. If it's 92, they're like, this guy's the best on earth right now.
So, like, people who don't know hockey are always like, why don't they put a sumo athlete in goal? With lacrosse, maybe this is starting to make sense. Maybe just take a sumo dude, put him in some big pads, and have him, learn the basics of angles. And there you go.
A lacrosse goal is smaller, at least width-wise, so that makes sense. There's nobody fat enough to be 6 feet wide like in the NHL. But
right.
I feel like if you got a guy with severe lymphedema who's really soaking up a lot of that ground space,
The
where
ball
they
hits him and the dent stays for 2.5 days.
his rebound control is unmatched.
Meanwhile, the ball stays in his calf like it was styrofoam. Or something.
Willie the Blob Williamson, another save. Don't know why he's
I think Vice actually did a thing about the Ohlympics subreddit and how it sexualizes female Olympians.
Oh, does it? It's what it's for.
That's the point.
So I was looking up what the fuck handball was while you guys were talking about the Norwegian team. Dude, if you unsexualize women's sports, then people won't care about women's sports. If I'm every other handball athlete, I'm like, dude, what, I have to carry the load by myself? You got a nice ass. Put the bikini on.
What is the least sexualized women's sport out there?
Foil comes to
WNBA.
mind.
WNBA. And who watches that? No one. Not even their dads.
Well,
Like, their parents.
well, there's a good reason for that.
I'm sorry, there's a Raptors game on. I'm going to watch that at home instead of coming to your game, sweetheart.
Never mind.
Oh, Kyle made it. Okay.
Did you not realize what you said?
No, I didn't internalize it until after I finished the stupid joke. That's funny. I'm on Olympics as well right now, and this lady at the top stretching, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Italia,
She's fucking the shit out of that.
Is it right now or is it all time?
it's right
that I should be
now,
looking
and
at?
it's the same Italian woman.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have to do that?
Oh my! Now it's a video and she's bouncing. She has to know.
She absolutely does.
Wow, and she looks behind. She's really pretty.
Does she wonder why the cameraman's there instead of in front, like filming?
Oh, there's
her
a part
face?
2 stretching. Are you seeing this?
Yes, that's even funnier.
The part
It's
2 is
doggy
great.
style.
Yeah, the part 2 you can actually see her vagina from behind. It's great.
you
Just
can straight
literally-
up see like the outline of her labia. Like it's
Dude, presenting like a dog. Like
like a baboon.
like a baboon. Those Italians. Oh, what's this other one? Sunni Lee. No, I'm not even gonna look at this one because we didn't win. Or maybe we
Good
did.
stuff.
How many
Good stuff.
golds do we have so far? Are we winning the Olympics? If not, then I don't care. Olympic current winner. Is that how you do it? Winner?
Maybe most medals.
Most medals?
There's 2 ways to measure it: most golds and most medals. And I don't know what's best. They should do a point system. A 3-2-1. Gold's worth 3, silver's 2, bronze is 1. Add them up. Who got the win?
That makes sense. I like that. Because like just doing gold seems also like a space race kind of, bullshit thing where it's like, sure, China got 700 silvers, but we got the gold win. It's like, maybe. Oh, we're winning. All right.
In swimming, the way we did points was 5-3-1. So if you got first place and I got second and third, you still won. It was all about first. But 4-3, 5-3-1. We get 4, you get 5. It's pretty close.
If we do your 3-2-1 count, or actually they only have it by total medals or just gold. Just gold, we're 1 behind China right now.
Okay.
But total medals were 8 ahead of China.
And then the 3-2-1 system is complex to figure out.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it. Do it.
Well, it's a lot to add up because it's like 40 medals, 38 medals. It'd be a good bit. Japan number
6
4.
multiplication problems.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Kyle's good for mental math usually.
So US, China, Russia. I mean, isn't that always the top 3 every single time?
Why Russia? Their population isn't that large.
They focus on it.
They have a culture of victory.
So does Australia.
I don't think Russia has a lot of government-funded programming.
That's a good
really
point.
Focus on it.
Australia's number 5. They're behind, us, China, Russia, and Japan. Good for Japan getting their head in the game this year.
Well, Italy. It's their series. So a lot of times the host can introduce sports and they pick things they can do well in. Like, America's hosting it. Well, funny thing. This Summer Olympics is having snowboarding. I made that example up. Yeah. But yeah, they're like skateboarding and surfing get introduced and shit like that where the Americans can do well.
Apparently, Bangladesh doesn't have any medals. Like ever.
Color me surprised.
Well,
Bangladesh
is Summer Olympics, Los Angeles, school shooting.
For Bangladesh.
I think he's saying a sports that we get gold in.
We would dominate that one. School shootings.
That would be an interesting event.
Head and shoulders above.
Marksmanship, but it all happens in classrooms.
It's all in classrooms.
Yeah.
That'd be
physics 101 3-gun competition.
Going from door to door. You have to identify which kids are cool and not shoot them.
And the teacher has locked the door. Let's see how he handles this one.
It's like remember that Simpsons where Marge trains to become a police officer and she's shooting in the course, and it's like the robber pops up, the baby, the mom, the crippled guy, and she doesn't shoot them, and then Chief Wiggum comes out and he's like, "You missed the baby, the mom, the pregnant woman." Yeah, that fencing.
Dude,
this was a comment on the Olympics thing. Okay. It's a picture of a long jumping woman with her ass. We probably can't even show this on YouTube. Her ass just presented in the top comment. You see it? Yeah. And the top comment is, "If I die, spread my ashes in the sand pit of women's long jump."
Look at the man in the background. He's just like, God damn.
And he has to look at that and be like, wow, what an athletic feat. Wow, you sure did jump well.
If you're just interested in performance, probably a thong is the way to go.
Yeah, right? Like restrictive. I think they should be naked as they were in olden times.
Well, you're making a lot of sense. Maybe I should pick which ones are naked.
Of course, there weren't any women allowed either.
None?
None.
Maybe the women were allowed, but they couldn't compete with the men.
Well, I mean, that's any competition in physical sports.
I don't know. Ancient Greece, I'm pretty sure that you had to be naked, and I don't think there were women.
And I think that in ancient Greece, they had biting and gouging and all sorts of stuff in men's wrestling.
Yeah,
I think individual sports, just biting, gouging, and wrestling.
There was that one
the Athenians have the #1 gouger right now.
Taylor walks in, clearly we have a biting competitor.
Everybody, he's the only competitor with both eyes. That's 2 eyes, Johnson, probably not Johnson.
Yeah, there was this wrestling champion whose move was to pin the other guy and start breaking his fingers one by one.
That's Russian or Iranian. I know of this guy.
And so they had to ban the breaking of fingers.
Oh,
that was recent, right? That was the thing.
I thought it was 80s. An ancient times thing, but
I think I'm right.
But my head's pounding with the intensity of 1,000 suns right now, so I can't remember.
Your what is hurting?
My head.
You got a headache now too? That's probably because you're dehydrated, right?
I've had a headache the whole time. I mean, I've had 2 of these during the show.
You're gonna have to crack open a third because you're losing your fluid so quick. That is the worst about vomiting and having diarrhea. You just can't replenish.
Oh shit! I'm seeing it as an ancient thing too, but I thought that I heard it as a Chael Sonnen story, and now I'm wondering if I'm mixed up.
Here it is. 2 ancient Greek wrestlers that are remembered today are Leontiskos of Messene and Milo of Croton. Leon Tiskos is famous for winning the Olympics after breaking his opponent's fingers. The ancient Greek wrestler who only broke people's fingers. That is so funny. Oh wait, the only rules, no eye gouging or biting. So I was wrong. I guess those were earlier Olympics, and they thought they were being progressive in this one. You could.
The wild thing is they would have those chariot races as part of the Olympics back then, and I'm almost positive you would compete in chariot race nude.
Yeah, you probably want to be as light as possible.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, come on, wear a loincloth. Like Tarzan's not adding too much weight.
Yeah, you did everything naked.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. We should take that from the Greeks. We're already, stealing this bit of Greek culture by doing the Olympics.
I'll tell you what, you want to get me to watch the Olympics, you go back to the olden times. You take it back to the Greek rules, and I'll watch.
I can't explain why, but if wrestlers were to wear ideally board shorts or second place, like the sort of tight shorts that UFC guys often wear, like almost bicycling shorts, it seems less gay than the singlets they wear that go over their shoulders, even though it covers, even though they'd be bare chested. Dude, those singlets, you got to get rid of them. It's hurting your sport.
So gay.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should do that now.
And I don't know, maybe I'm a little gay, but like I'd be somewhat interested in seeing what they look like. It's part of like when you see the weigh-ins at a UFC fight and like the conditioning that this guy brought in versus that guy brought in, or like a specimen like Tyrone Woodley, who even now at like 40 or something looks outrageously good, or TJ Dillashaw. Like TJ Dillashaw's a little guy. I think he weighs if it's not 35, it's 25.
He's done both.
And say it again.
He's done both.
Okay. Then but even for like a 135 pounder, it just seems jacked somehow for a guy who cuts a lot of weight. And that's interesting to me. But you put a guy in a singlet and you just miss a lot of it. You don't see what's up.
I agree.
I'm looking at these volleyball ones, and it's like the equipment manager must be running the dryer on extra, extra long and extra, extra hot for all of their outfits, because like this is barely clothes. Like you could, like, if I walked around her with duct tape 3 times, more coverage.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Which sport?
In
volleyball.
Volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
I saw one earlier. You could see the top of her ass crack and both of her ass cheeks.
Yeah, we can't show this on the show, but this one exactly.
Wonderful.
That is an equipment manager doing his job.
Yeah, it's wonderful stuff.
I thought I got extra, extra large in the.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to. Yeah. And her friend is like, look at that ass.
Yeah, her friend is looking at it like that. Ooh, that's nice. I hope I look. I
wonder why this is, because these bottoms are just not their size.
Mm-hmm. Not even close.
Like it's one thing to show the cheeks. That's kind of the style right now. But the ass crack, like this is very small.
It looks.
Oh, keep going through the gallery. There's lots.
Oh, I'm finished the gallery.
Damn, look at that chick. All right, go all the way
to one diving.
No, she's wearing glasses, and her top says ESP. I don't know what that stands for.
Oh, she's yoked.
Spain.
Fucking, that is steroids. There's no way. Look at her arms.
Oh,
wait, you don't think that's natural female delt development?
That's shockingly big.
Yes, we can show this one.
Yeah,
that's scary big.
She is. It's
and
number
she's
12
screaming.
Of 15.
She's
12
like,
of 15.
Oh,
back this one.
Yeah, that is huge. Her arm. Do you need that much strength to spike the ball?
I don't know.
I guess if you want to do it well.
God, I look at her and I think, would my arms and delts look better if I shave my armpits too?
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to get this? You want this shaved out, man?
Yeah.
Should we all shave our armpits in solidarity?
I'm way ahead of you, buddy.
That's just, dude. If I looked at just her like lat to her elbow, I'd think she was a dude.
She's so hairy, you can see the hair on her forearm in that photo.
Oh wow, you can.
That's hairy to you? You guys need to step up your hair appreciation game.
Well, I'm just saying from this distance, and with all that sweat that should be slicking it down, that's quite a bit.
I mean, it's just, I just don't know that I can compete with her on forearm hair. It's just,
I don't know, Kyle. I'm pretty sure she's natty. I mean, there's something in the water in, what is that, Spain? Yeah. There's something in the water over there.
Like that just doesn't look real. That looks enhanced to some extent.
A little bit.
What have we won? I need to, God damn it, I closed the fucking article.
I bet we win a lot of the like rich people sports, right? Like I bet we win a lot of the rowing sports. I often see like swimming, but I feel like rowing, and there's multiple rowing sports, but whenever I hear about that being done collegiately, it's always at like a really nice school. It's never like, oh yeah, the University of Tennessee's rowing team. It's always like, yeah, Harvard's rowing team or Yale's rowing team. It just seems like a rich people sport.
UPenn.
Sure.
Yeah.
An Ivy League type thing.
Stanford. Yeah, now that you mention it. Equestrian-based sports, I think of as rich people sport.
Oh, for sure.
Like, and what's funny is I feel like the barrier to entry for money-wise is so big that everyone in it is just like hobbyists from wealthy families. Like I think Mitt Romney's kids compete in the Olympics or something like that. Like I think I have this right. They compete at an elite level in horse dancing. And it's like horse dancing, like there just must not be a lot of like non-super rich people into horse dancing.
That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. It's horse dancing.
They dance with a horse, or they make their horse dance?
I imagine they're on top of the horse and they have to like do Thriller on it or something. Actually, that would be a cool one if you could.
I kind of watch the horse dancing now.
Yeah,
if that's what it is.
But I bet it's not like that. I bet it's the top person doing some arm movements and then the horse kind of just agreeing not to throw them off.
I'm reading a story about it. In the World Cup finals, the Romney's horse kept dancing after the rider was gone. So I don't think it takes a lot of talent from the rider to participate in horse dancing. Probably just a trainer teaches the horse to dance. And the
Mr.
rider
Romney,
just there.
I've got to be honest here. Your horse just loves to dance. Why are you even going out there? Look at him. The horse is out there. It's fucking breaking it down.
Classical equestrian dance competition has enormous expenses. I mean, there's rarely any prize money. It's a sport of the rich and famous, populated with relatives of Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, Bruce Springsteen, Yahoo co-founder Jerry Yang. The Romneys have owned, by some estimates, 8 dancing horses.
This is the lamest thing I've ever seen. I just watched a video on horse dancing. I'll link it, but Zach, you can't show this because of the song. But watch this, boys. I don't know what I expected the horse to be able to do, but it's more than this.
It's just trotting. It's prancing.
It's just trotting. And it's a bunch of like rich Brits, and there's like a hip hop song playing.
Oh, actually, it's getting better. It's getting better.
At like 27 seconds when he goes backwards, right?
Yeah, when he goes backwards.
When he goes backwards, that is kind of cool. Look at, and there's a woman in the crowd looking so stressed out about dancing.
Look at all these white men. Like, what are we listening to? This is actually cool as fuck.
You think this is cool as fuck?
I want to sit.
I love this.
I want to sit with Taylor's grandfather and try to bond over horse.
Did you hear the commentary?
I'm kind of into bullfighting too, but different.
Did you hear the British guy giving commentary? He goes, "This horse is naturally an up and down kind of mover." They're horses.
We still, you know for a fact that if like our mode of transportation were still horseback riding, every black person would have a horse that does this.
Oh.
They would be riding up.
Every Hispanic guy, every Hispanic person has a horse that just bounces up and stops and lights. I put hydraulics on my horse, bitch. Yeah, this is beyond stupid, and it's absolutely something that only rich weirdos compete in.
Dude, if that were on TV right now, I would watch it. That I honestly, like, I thought it was going to be much lamer than what you showed me there.
It couldn't be lamer.
They're playing hip hop music, and the horse is actually dancing, and you got this prissy looking white person on top wearing all that riding gear. Doesn't fit the mood
it's like
at
a
all.
top hat.
Yeah, we're like a fucking one of those riding caps or whatever the fuck. And like,
look again.
He looks like a butler, and I feel like the
it looks like a short top hat. Yeah,
the rider should have to be participating in the dance as well, adding a little flair. This guy is sitting completely rigid, stoically, as the horse is just.
What is this move called? I want to see him do one of these things on the horse.
Do that. Just fucking old English.
Do the worm on his back.
Offbeat as shit. Just
I would have
clap on 1 and 3.
I would have my horse dance.
He's clapping to the lyrics instead of the beat.
I've clapped on 1 and 3. I can't throw stones.
I would have my horse dance to wet ass pussy. Like just to get the reaction from all those white people in the crowd.
No, you do like a heavy metal song and he just gallops the whole time with one of those drum machines.